Hey everyone, this is Red Silvers, and welcome back to Let's Play Castlevania Symphony of the Night Randomizer. So we did a bunch of running around that ultimately was kind of pointless last time, but we're all set now. We have both the gold ring and the item we need to get the silver ring. And we're going to be doing things slightly different right now, because we actually got a challenge from somebody in the thread. So we may not be using this Heaven Sword for forever. Because we're going to let some of the randomization affect things a bit. So enjoy it while you can. In fact, there's a bunch of life right there. So we'll grab those in that aquamarine. I don't think there's a lot up at the very top of the screen other than just filling in the map, but we're going to go ahead and do that anyway. So this song, The Tragic Prince, is actually supposed to be Alucard's theme song in this game. But it turned out to not be as popular as the Castle Dracula song that plays in the first area. So now when you see Alucard in other games, like Castlevania Judgment, they use that as his theme song. So there's some interesting trivia for you. Alright, so this room is probably... This area of the clock tower has some of the more interesting hidden stuff. So it'll be interesting to see how that works out here. Not this screen, later on, but it's a screen like that. Because, of course, we have the Medusa heads. See, I can already tell, like, this puzzle right here might not be the best idea. Let's switch to a weapon that only hits once. We're going until we hear it click. There we go. I just could see doing that with the Heaven Sword and it freaking out at us. Like hitting it and then hitting it again and turning the gear too far. So there's two more gears on this screen. Let's get rid of the heartbeat. Alright, that should be all 4 clicks. Let's go see what's down here. Curry, a bat pentagram, and a red bean button. So bring the Heaven Sword back, but as soon as we find a different sword or weapon that's not a consumable weapon, we're going to go ahead and use that. Now, I'm not sure if I leave that clicked if it's going to stay open on the reverse castle or not. These flea armors that are so terrible from the library come back here in force. So since I mentioned that I didn't know where the Heaven's Sword drops before, I actually looked into it, and you can farm it in this room I'm coming up to in the base game. Oh my gosh! That Fleeman was like, nope, nope, nope. But yeah, you can come up here, and this guy will drop it. But instead, we're just gonna find some drugs. And some dynamite. Alright, we definitely need to heal. Actually, I don't know why I'm doing that the hard way. Because I forget that I have this sometimes, even though it was the best thing for Legion or Grand Falloon. I think he's called Grand Falloon in this, but Legion's what he's called in other games. Sheesh. Let's get some... We'll do spaghetti. The spaghetti that was under the frozen water. And then somebody also mentioned, while I'm thinking of it, that you can use this to hurt enemies. It hurts the candle. That's a start. Okay, that's cool. I did not know about that. It's basically like the shield rod later on in the game. I like that a lot, actually. That's fun. Come on, I'm gonna bop you. I love these guys' voices, by the way. I believe they also drop a really good weapon in the normal game, too. Alright, let's see what's over here. Well, there's a weapon, an iron fist. So let's, first of all, let's heal again. I feel like grape juice isn't going to be very useful. You know what? Let's use a couple of these meal tickets. Morning set, grape juice, toadstool, turkey. And we'll leave one for later. And we're going to put back on the Medusa shield, but we're also going to equip, if I can find it, that iron fist, which is actually stronger than the sword. So we're gonna go punch a demon to death in a moment here. There's more of this room that I haven't explored. Oh dear. No, that's not what I was trying to do. No, Alucard. Well. That worked. That wasn't what I was trying to do, but I just kind of dropped on those guys in the middle of everything. So many of these food items are not super useful. Now where did my... I have a couple of those. So what is up here, if anything? Probably just another wall you can break. Maybe. Maybe not. But we filled in the room anyway. So I don't know if I'm going to do the weapon challenge as much in the reverse castle, just because some of the enemies there are tough, but we'll see. There's drugs in the walls. And a karma coin. Alright, I think it's boss time. This guy comes back as a regular enemy later on, but you'd be forgiven for not remembering it. Alright, so now we get to enter this section of the castle for the first time from this door. Which is how I always think of this room, like these candles lighting up right as the song starts. For some reason, that tune reminds me of Shivers. It's just this intro part of it reminds me of the Professor's study in Shivers. It doesn't stay quite that way. Alright, so down here is another health up. And for whatever reason, it doesn't give you the name of the zone until you get to that screen. There's our warp opened up. So we're gonna go raid the rooms from the prologue. This isn't the door that I thought I was going out of, but that works. Because we're gonna come up here anyway. Alrighty, we have lots of goodies here. So what sword do we have now? Get stronger when bloodied. This is, I think, one that gets stronger when you bleed on it. And then the Ring of Vlad. That's another one of the relics. We've got 4 of the items now to go and fight Dracula. I actually forgot there was even a relic in that room. Alright, so let's see. You're not gonna go into that room yet. We are gonna go see what's up here. Heart refresh. The Goddess Shield. That's the... So that's a stronger shield than we have, but it isn't going to attack things. It's a tiny little shield. Shodel. Okay, so that one you can throw like that. Alright, so there are a couple relics on this screen. Let's go see what we can find. Will we find the last Vlad item? Because that would be kind of silly. There's Force of Echo. So we still need the Fire of Bat. And then we have Sword card. I do use the Sword Familiar a lot because I like to level it up. We're going to keep the Ghost out for now. I'll worry about filling in this room later, because we're gonna go and meet Maria for the first time, actually. So these guys can sometimes drop the axe sub-weapon, and I'm not sure if that gets randomized, but it would be nice to have a sub-weapon just to have something to do with our hearts. We're going to be coming up on boss time here. I thought it was right when you come in that door, I guess not. So if I really wanted to be silly with the story, I could go back and come through the chapel. I'm pointing at my screen despite the fact that you can't see me, because that's just silly. But what I was going to say, you could go back and go through the chapel the front way, and go do the room with the spike breaker, and have Maria meet you for the first time there, and then go fight the boss. And despite the fact that you've already met Maria, the story will be all out of order. Because there's two cutscenes with Maria that they cut out. There's the first one where you meet her at the clock, and then there's the one when you enter the chapel down from the first area if you go through the door with the Jewel of Open. But there's another cutscene after you beat the boss here, and that's supposed to be the third time that you see her. Well, that wasn't what I was trying to do, but thanks, game. Oh, we didn't get the cutscene with Maria here either. I guess that they have some kind of flags in place to stop that. So, disregard what I said about the storyline stuff. Maybe it's because I already saw Richter, so the game's like, okay, well, you don't need to see this cutscene because you already found Richter. Ooh, that's some armor. And I'm actually not going to equip that because we're about to get to where we need the spike breaker anyway. Oh, but there's a Mornblade. Feeds upon enemies' souls. This is stronger than what we had. Oh, this is the one that does soul steal. Oh, this is a cool weapon. I don't know where you remember where you get this in the base game, but this is cool. I do look this stuff up. Like, I'll tell you that I don't know where something is, but I do look that up. That's how I learned about the Heaven Sword. But yeah, that is cool. I like that. I also really like this chapel music. So this is the room. So are we actually going to meet Maria this time? That's more fun than it has any right to be. Yes, she's actually here.
So, did you find Richter?
I don't know if he's the one you're looking for, but I found a Belmont.
Really? So he is here?
But the one I saw was the enemy. He was the lord of this castle.
That can't be true! You're wrong! I must go now.
I don't know how you got into this room, Maria. But there's our silver ring. Come to think of it, I don't know off the top of my head if there's anything in this room in the reverse castle. I'm sure that there is, it's just that I'm being silly and not remembering. Also, Richter can't get through there. And then I think this is the room that can, yeah, we've connected to that room. No! Just filling in that map percentage, because we probably won't come through this way again. You can soul steal off the candles. I actually have a reason to hit candles now! I mean, not really, because I've got so much health. There's all kinds of neat stuff you can do in this room. I don't know what they all do. This confessional room. I have to leave to get another one to come in? I'm not going to show off all those, but some of them try to stab you. Oh, we got a new weapon. We got a two-handed sword that's kind of weak. So no more healing off the candles. And this room has all kinds of stuff hidden in it. That when you first come here, you can't get to it all, normally. Although my favorite thing to do in this room, don't attack the ball, because you can do this. So once you get through the top of that room, you can turn around and come and knock this down and use this to help you farm experience. Alright, so there's all the little alcoves that have stuff, so let's go and explore this room. Star flail. Not Morn Blade, just Star flail. And we'll put our shield back on too. And this room is really a tease because you do this area and you don't have the double jump. And then you get the leap stone at the end of it. So then you think, oh, well, I can come back here and fill this in. And you still can't get all this stuff. And if you do, you can't fill in the map, because some of the little corners on the map here are really tight. Like, you have to get just to the right spot to fill in the corner. Like here, I had to jump to fill in that corner. Or here, where like I went up there and got the item there, but this is what filled in the corner, so that's kind of funny that you get the double jump, but you still can't fill in this whole room. And is it here maybe that I missed? No, it's gonna be here. Yeah, they just have some funky spots to hit there. And now it tells us that we're in the chapel. So we still never... There's still a few relics that we don't have from here, but we've got a bunch of stuff from the second castle, so... Yeah, normally you run into Maria in this room, and I think even if you haven't seen any cutscenes, she still doesn't show up here. But hey, there is something that we couldn't get before in this area. Because we couldn't get into this corner of this room. There's our fairy card. So you have every familiar except for the demon. That's not the door I wanted. Did I ever get the hidden room? I don't think I did, actually. Because I don't think I had the ability to go down into the floor. So we're going to make a quick stop down this way. And maybe I'm wrong and I'm going to look silly. Down here. So what could be down here? A luck potion. And actually right here, these should be sub-weapons. Am I getting these turkeys? Because it just... Okay, normally this room is all the sub-weapons. But there were turkeys, but the turkeys didn't do anything. And there's the fire bat. I think that's all the bat relics. It's just silly. So let's see, we don't have the wolf form, we don't have the jump boots. We don't have the demon card. We don't have the cube of Zoe. And we don't have the one that lets us see the names of the enemies. We do have 4 of the Vlad relics from the second castle, so there's going to be a bunch of relics we get from beating bosses like Death and the Bat and Medusa. So even with the second castle, there's still quite a bit of random stuff scattered around. Okay, so we'll go in and put on... down we go. Before we go in the elevator, though, we have a new two-handed weapon. I'm gonna save room. We'll save afterward because we're just about to where I'm gonna have to call this video. Which isn't for like dramatic purposes or anything. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna call it here because haha, you have to wait. It's just literally that I have to get ready for work as soon as I finish recording.
Alucard?
That voice, Maria?
I'm sorry. You were right. He has joined forces with the enemy.
So it was a Belmont after all.
But someone must be controlling him. Whatever we do, we can't harm Richter.
But he must be stopped.
I know. Well, here. Take these with you.
What are these?
If you wear these, you can see beyond evil illusions.
Thank you. 'Tis best then if you pray for the soul of your friend.
So we'll fill in the rest of the map on our way up. Oh yeah, normally you'd have the jump boots at this point, so this wouldn't be a big deal. Alright, so we are going to save it here. And we've pretty much done everything we can do in this first castle at this point. So we will pick it up with Richter and the start of the second castle next time. And as always, until next time, this has been Red Silvers. Have yourself a good night.